G'day mates, how's it going? You're on DirtByte. Welcome back to my farming vlog, our survivals type vlog, where we're up to vlog 12, I believe. So we're here. It's the next day now from when we planted the poppies. I just wanted to come and check on them. Look that they're growing well. We've got some small weeds throughout this field, so we do need to get rid of them. But everything else looks very good. pH is good. Nitrogen is perfect. Looking forward to that. And then we'll jump back into the white tractor, head over to our makeshift yard area. I think we need to tidy that up. Obviously we've got stuff we need to get done, but we're getting more and more equipment. I think we need an actual dedicated place to be able to park it. It's clear of trees and grass and different things. So I think that'll be the focus for the first part of today, will be to get this area to the left cleared up. So I'm not going to park this over there. I'm going to leave this over on this side. So it gives us some room to work. I'm not going to use the big tractor for dealing with the weeds either. We'll use the little Massey Ferguson because it just makes more sense because we only have a little sprayer. And again, this is the same. We're going to drop both these seeders off here. And then we'll put them away properly later. Disconnect. Well, let's go and find this sprayer. I think it's probably got herbicide. It should have herbicide in it, I'm assuming, because that's what we got the sprayer for, I believe. There it is. Yeah, it does. 400 litres, so nice. So we head over to that field straight away. We'll get that sorted out and that'll be ready for harvesting. I think it's going to take maybe one more month until this is all ready, which isn't really that long. So we'll be harvesting this in no time. Let me just get some GPS lines going. And turn on our sprayer. There we go. Obviously this isn't the most efficient way of doing it because we're just blanket spreading the herbicide across the entire field. Ideally we'd like to have some sort of like see and spray type advanced sprayer, but we're nowhere near that yet. That would save a lot of money and it'll also probably help with the environmental score, I would imagine, because we're not just spraying everything with herbicide. But that's something that we can work towards, no doubt about that. For now, our little sprayer that we've got here is going to be fine. It's going to get the job done for this harvest anyway. So what we'll do is I'm just going to get all this done as part of a time lapse. And then we'll come back in when we start looking how we're going to expand our yard and making it suitable for parking more stuff like this and our new equipment we're getting. So I'll bring you back in then and I'll see you soon. welcome back. So here we are, we've pretty much finished the field. We did need to fill the sprayer up again, but hasn't used too much, even though we've blanket sprayed the entire area. I'm happy with that. There wasn't too many weeds. You can see that a few of them are sticking up, and they're looking like they're dying off now, which is good. I was just thinking while I was doing this, I'm really pleased that the last couple of vlogs we haven't had to start with selling timber as our only means of income. So I think that's a big improvement as well. I'm really happy that we're able to expand the way we are. And with our new tractor, cultivator and seeding setup, we're going to have to focus on expanding even further. Realistically, yes, we need a bit bigger sprayer or better spreader. And we need a better combine, bigger combine, to be able to really advance. But that's all coming. That's all fine. But yeah, like I said, I think we need to focus on getting our area over here like completely cleared, and you know, some gravel down or something to make it into an actual yard area rather than just a makeshift area. I was looking, I see we still have the I'll go up here. I'll just drop the sprayer off here. We can pick it up a bit later, make sure there's no one coming. We still have the winch up here on lease. We released that quite a while ago. We haven't used it much recently. And we worked out it only has a 3,000 kilogram capacity, which isn't very much, especially with some of the size of the trees that we're trying to cut down and process. And we also was limited by the amount of horsepower our tractors had to actually move it. So I'm thinking that we should head over to the store, because I know they had another one. And I'm wondering if that has a bigger capacity, if we can change this one for the bigger one, because we've got some big trees we have to process, and we have the big tractor now. So let's have a quick look on their portal, and we're looking into the forestry section. So winches. So like we said, it seems like it's a bit different. Like this says that it was a 6.6 ton, but that we found that was wrong. So this is 8.6. How much is it to lease this? So we've got plenty of horsepower. I think we can. So it's $1,100 and then $219 per day. So I think we will. I think we'll lease this, and we will go and return the other one, because I want it to be able to cut the logs up bigger, so they're quicker to bring over. Plus also I think we're going to make more money if they're like more reasonable processing size. So let's just drop this off, and I'll just jump in and tell them that it is there to be returned. Excellent. Now we don't want to put it on this tractor, as we know. This tractor is technically big enough, but we've had troubles with it before with different weights and towing. I know we're only bringing it not that far, but I still prefer just to put it onto the big white tractor, because well, that's what it's there for. It's there for the extra horsepower. So I'll just park up here and we'll swap over. It won't take very long. There we go. Nice. And then we'll have to cut down these two big trees over here, and we are going to need that bigger stump grinder, because I have now returned the bobcat we had on rent, and I returned I sold back the stump grinder that we bought, because it just wasn't big enough for the size trees that we were dealing with. Like that would be fine for some smaller trees, but we're dealing with these big oak trees and different ones, and yet their stumps are just too big for that. So let's get out here. There's a lot of people walking along here, and there's some power lines, so we probably should try and fall this tree out towards our red tractor there. So we'll get out the chainsaw and we'll just see, like, it may not fall the way we want it to. And as low as possible so we can get as much out of it as we can. Now these American elms are more difficult to process rather than the oaks that we have been doing as well. But they are big trees and they take a lot of cutting, so there we go. It's caught on that little tree. I think it was just sitting on the ground. So we're going to take this tree down as well. Yeah, so it was just literally sitting on the ground. So I just want to, like, cut it somewhere. Which one is so difficult? Because yeah, it's literally like, when I cut this here, hopefully it'll cut this. Yeah, it's a bit of a pain to cut these trees up. So I'm just going to cut this as high up as I possibly can. Let's do it there. And then it'll all fall down. It's probably not the safest way to be using a chainsaw, but yeah, it's fine. Watch out. Watch out for it rolling down. And hopefully that big new winch is going to have to pull this piece here that we're about to. And the rest of these pieces, hopefully we can just pull them over and just get rid of them. I'm banking on making the most of the money from this section, this big long section. Hopefully we'll make a bit from that. Just need to make sure it is all like trimmed up and there's no branches on that. So there's another one up there. Couple. So I'm just going to get this rest of this tree process, get rid of the branches, and then I'll bring you back in once we've hooked on them, or if we can hook on properly to it, and then we're over near the sawmill. So I'll see you soon. Welcome back. This winch is far better, and with this on this tractor, there is no doubt this is a better setup. So I reckon this trunk is about 4.5 tons. Hooked on, no problem. This tractor just literally pulls it around like it's nothing. It's a piece of driftwood. So hopefully we will get some good money for it. Wow, 7,277 for that one piece. That is great. And that's why I wanted to focus on getting the trunk cut down to a nice size and processed properly. The rest of the branches, I've cut them down a little bit. I've processed them up a bit, but not a huge amount. I'm not going to waste too much time on it. These are just a bit extra. That trunk is the main money maker when it comes to what the sawmill are looking for, because that's where they can get the most value. All right, there we go. Let's get these. I'm not sure how many we're going to be able to hook on at once. I hope we can hook a few on. It would be really good. Let's start with that one. That one, and there is another one here. Let's see if we can get all of them on with this big. Looks like it. Wow. Let's see if we can pull it though. I suppose that's the question. Let's go forwards. It might get caught on that stump. Oh. This tractor is just an absolute beast. Now, hopefully we can get there without getting caught on too many things. But yeah, we have to pull all these in one go. And at a pretty decent speed is really going to help when we continue clearing the other end of that oat field there. We've got a lot of trees there we still need to pull down. I don't want them to be the focus of what we do, but in the background we'll be able to just cut a couple down, especially if we need a little bit of cash injection or in between harvests or whatever. We can pull down a couple, or through winter time, stuff like that. Let's just pull it straight into here if we can. Thought that might be the case. Let's see if we can just lift that up. Ah, perfect. Well, the tractor is wheeling a bit. That's pretty heavy. 4,300 for that. That's pretty good. And obviously this one didn't get quite in there. But if we can get if we can get onto that winch again, we should be able to do. Doesn't seem like it for some reason. So let me just get this sorted out and we'll be back with you in a second. There we go. I was able to get a bit of a hand from the guys here. They've just pushed in just far enough. There we go. Another 2,700. So we are, that's going really good. We're up to $50,000, which, I mean, we've been buying stuff and we've been expanding. So, I mean, that's pretty impressive. Let's head back. I know there's another branch or two on the ground, but I think we might just leave that. Oh, there's obviously a branch there as well that got stuck on the post. So a couple of things that we need to do. But look at that. That's made a huge difference to our usable area. Observe those two trees, I think, that are on our land. So this one, which is another big, this is an oak tree by the looks of it. Yep, so that's going to be a lot of money. And then this one, another oak tree. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this one down, process it up, and we'll probably do that maybe via time-lapse. We'll just see how that goes. And then we will go over to the sell point and sell it. And then we'll clear this area and we'll put some gravel down as much as we can. I'm going to leave this tree in place for now. This deadwood tree is worth nothing, but I think it would be good just to clear off because it does look, it is a bit of an eyesore. So while we're here, I'm just going to cut this one straight down. And it's pretty much just a couple $100 worth of wood chips. That's all that tree is. So we'll do this and I'll bring you back in soon.
Everything's rushing by, I can't slow down. You're pulling away now, faster than sound. The streets are street lights in my eyes. I'm losing my grip on you tonight. Don't stop, don't stop, don't leave me behind. Don't stop, I'm racing through time. Don't stop moving, don't stop moving.
Welcome back. There we go. Another tree successfully cut down. These oak trees are by far easier to process than the American elm. They are, yeah, less branches, less, you know, trunks to process, and they're a lot nicer in shape. Come on. Perfect. So I'm hopeful that this is probably about the same size as that American elm one that we did. So I'm hopeful that we will be able to get some good money for it. So let's have a look. Nearly over $14,000 for that piece. That is just insane. Like, considering that was the same, probably the same length, roughly the same size as American elm. Obviously oak is like where the money's at. That's what it's in demand. So yeah, no, that's good to know. I think that, yeah, and then focus on getting some oak trees as we're needing to expand our if we need to expand with some money. So I'm just going to sneak through here, and we're going to try and put a couple of these on at the same time. Yeah, so we can only get a couple on with this one because the winch rope isn't very long. So that's all right. I'm going to drag all this stuff over to the stop point. I won't sell it all. I'll drag it all over there. We'll stockpile it. I'll bring you back in once it's all there, and we'll see how much we've made from this. So I'll see you soon. Welcome back. Here we go. We've got everything in here now, I think, except for the deadwood, which is not worth anything. There we go. There's another 11,200. So I think what we should be looking at now is what we plan to do. I think we'll just do gravel to start with, which won't be too bad, and then we will need to get the tractor mounted stump grinder to get rid of the 2 stumps that we've just made with cutting those 2 trees down. But you can see this, it's quite a bit different here. Like taking out those 2 trees has made a huge difference. I'm just wondering, let's see what we can do with gravel at the moment. So in here, so it'll be painting. Gotta find our right one. So that's gravel. Make it bigger. There we go. Look at that. That's making a huge difference to the area that we own. Look at that. And I'll take it in behind there a little bit. And we might as well do it down. I think that side's pretty well all done. So there we go. So it gives us a good indicator of the area that we own now. So obviously this is, community property around the outside here. That's fine. There's plenty of room in here for now. We've got a couple of stumps. We'll get rid of that stump, that one, that tree. And then, I think we'll leave this tree in here for now. It fits in all right till we actually need that area. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to the shop, buy the stump grinder. I'll bring you back in once we're started on that. So I'll see you in a minute. Welcome back. Here we are with the rear tractor mounted stump grinder. It was 27,000, so it's very expensive, but the trees that we just sold has pretty much funded it, which is good. And I think that it's going to be a very useful piece of equipment for us to use as we continue to expand and do our expanding throughout the area. There we go. Like, this is so much better than the bobcat mounted one, I think. Just have to make sure it's expanded out properly. There we go. That'll help get it in there, get it so we can get nice and deep. And just go back and forth. I think that should be fine. Just have to get it in the right spot to get rid of it properly. Yeah, I think this is working. So what I'll do is I'll cut out, I'll get these 2 stumps sorted out, and then we'll come back in and we'll see what we'll do next. There we go. So I'll see you in a minute. Welcome back. Here we are. The stumps are all cleaned up. Everything's sorted out. We still have to get rid of this deadwood, so I'm going to get it. Oh, there's still a deadwood stump over here, obviously, as well. So we get rid of that, which I'll do soon. And then we'll have we'll get all of our equipment and we'll stack it in here nicely. I was thinking about whether there's a shed or anything we can get, but I just don't think there's enough room here for a shed. And I just don't think it's worth that money at the moment to buy something. We're doing well with money, but we still have a lot of things we need to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get all this tidied up via a time lapse, and then we'll see the result once it's all done. So I'll see you soon.
The world keeps spinning fast, I can't keep up. Every second that passes is not enough. You're slipping through like wind through my hands. I'm chasing you down, but I can't understand. Don't stop, don't stop, don't leave me behind. Don't stop, I'm racing through time. Don't stop moving, don't stop moving away. Don't stop moving, I need you to stay. Everything blurs when you're going this fast. Tell me, how long can we last? I need you here, right next to me. Don't disappear, don't let me be. Don't stop, don't leave me behind. Don't stop, I'm racing through time. Don't stop moving, don't stop moving away. Don't stop moving, I need you to stay. Don't stop moving. Don't stop moving.
Welcome back. Here we go. I think this is the last thing we've got to tidy up for our new farmyard area. Just a bag of fertilizer we'll put in there with the rest of them, and then I'm going to take that water cart over to the store to sell that back to them, because yeah, it's not what we wanted or what we need, which is all good. But yeah, I think this is a vast improvement over how we have been operating and how we have been storing our stuff up until this point. So yeah, no, definitely worth doing it. The trick will be just trying to make sure that we're able to keep it looking good. We have to make sure we put things away and everything, but I'm sure it's going to get messy, and we'll just have to dedicate some time like this just to do some tidy up, make everything look nice and neat, so we're not leaving things out and about like I have been. We've got no excuses now. We didn't really have a place before, but we have a place now for them to go, so that's a bit of a difference. Yeah, we'll just take this back. No idea how much you'll get for, probably not very much. It didn't cost very much. Like, what is it? It's just nearly 700. Sell 707. Perfect. Well, I think that's a really good day's work. So we've got the done the weeding or the spraying for the poppy field. We've also knocked down some trees and made some money from them, and we've tied up our storage, our yard area. So I think that it's a good place to end it today. I'm just going to go and park up here, grab some food from the farmers market or the servo, and then head back off to the tent for the night. Then when we come back at the next vlog, I think that the poppy field over there may be ready. It seems like it's a very quick growing crop, so looking forward to getting stuck into that. I don't know if our trailer's going to be up to the task, but we'll just see how it goes. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you're enjoying the series. If you do, please do like or comment or subscribe. And remember to keep your boots dirty and your bites clean, and I'll catch you next time on DirtByte.